All right, let's get right into it. If you've been playing golf for a while, you know the feeling, right? Those shots that used to just soar, they just don't have the same pop anymore. You find yourself coming up short of the green again and again, and the game just starts to feel like a bit of a struggle. It's a super common frustration, but what if the answer isn't some brand new $1,500 set of irons, but something kinda hiding in plain sight on the used market? I mean, does this sound familiar to you? You think you just flushed a 7-iron, you hit it perfectly, only to watch it land exactly where your 8-iron used to go. Man, that slow creep of losing distance can be one of the most disheartening things in golf. It completely changes how you have to play the course, and let's be honest, it can take a lot of the fun out of it.
Well, today we are looking at what might just be a secret weapon for your game. These are the TaylorMade Burner XD irons. Yeah, they're an older model for sure, but they were designed with a very specific mission that might be exactly what a lot of senior golfers are looking for right now.
So here's the plan. We're going to break down these extra distance classics. We'll dig into the technology, the forgiveness, their surprising value, and try to answer one big question. Do these old school game improvers still hold up today?
First things first, let's tackle the biggest issue for so many players: lost distance. You see, the XD in Burner XD, it literally stands for extra distance, and TaylorMade built these clubs around a core technology specifically to get those yards back for you.
So what's the magic sauce here? What makes them tick? It's one word: titanium. You know, most irons, both back then and even now, are made of steel, but these Burner XDs, they have a titanium face, and that one simple material choice, it changes everything, especially for players who don't swing 100 miles an hour. Okay, so this little diagram shows how it all fits together. Because titanium is so much lighter and stronger than steel, the engineers could make the face way thinner. This doesn't just make the face springier, it also let them take all that weight they saved and move it somewhere else in the club head. And you're gonna see why that is so important in just a minute.
You know, the absolute best way to think about it is like a trampoline. When you don't swing as fast as you used to, you need the club face to do more of the work. This thin titanium face creates this incredible rebound effect. The ball just jumps off the club with way more speed, even if you're making a smoother, slower swing. So here's the bottom line. Compared to a normal steel face, this titanium face is lighter, it's thinner, and it creates a much hotter rebound. And what does that mean for you? More ball speed without having to swing out of your shoes, which translates directly to more yards on the course. Simple as that.
Okay, so distance is great. We all want more of it. But what about the shots that don't quite find the center of the club? Let's talk about how these clubs build in forgiveness, creating a real safety net for you out on the course.
Now, we have to address the elephant in the room. Let's be real. When you look down at these clubs, they are big. I mean, they've got a thick top line, a super wide sole, a ton of offset. Some people call them shovels, and they're not wrong. But that look is completely by design, and it's there to help you.
And here's exactly why that shovel look works. That offset you see, that helps you square the club face at impact, which fights the slice. The super wide sole, it glides through the grass instead of digging in. And that big club head, well, it gives you a massive sweet spot and something called a high moment of inertia, or MOI.
So what in the world is MOI? Think of it this way. It's just the club's resistance to twisting. When you miss the sweet spot, you hit it on the toe or the heel, a club with low MOI is going to twist open or closed, and that ball is going way offline. But a high MOI club, like this one, fights that twist. Your mishits fly a whole lot straighter and they barely lose any distance. It's basically the ultimate on-course safety net.
All right, problem number 3 that a lot of us face as our swing speed changes, just getting the ball high enough. You know, those low running shots that just can't hold a green to save their life. So how did the Burner XDs fix that?
Well, the secret is all about where the weight is. The absolute key to getting a high launch is to get the center of gravity in the club head as low as possible. And guess what? This is where that lightweight titanium face we talked about earlier comes back into the picture.
So the center of gravity, or CG, is just the club head's balance point. By using that super light titanium face, TaylorMade freed up a ton of weight. And they took all that saved weight and pushed it as low and as far back in the club as they could. This super low and deep CG basically helps kick the ball up into the air at impact, giving you a naturally high ball flight without you having to do a thing.
And getting that high launch gives you huge advantages on the course. I mean, it lets you get the ball airborne easily, even with your long irons. Your shots are going to come down and land softly and actually stop on the green, giving you way more control. And that's also why these clubs work so incredibly well with lightweight graphite shafts. It all works together to help you get that speed and height.
So, let's recap. We've got more distance, maximum forgiveness, and a high, easy launch. Sounds pretty great, right? But these are old clubs. So let's talk about the ultimate value here and figure out if this is actually a smart investment for your game.
Look, no club is perfect, and we've got to be honest about the trade-offs. The look? It's chunky. It's not for everybody. The sounded impact is this loud, sharp crack instead of a soft thud. And yeah, of course, you can only find them used. But you have to weigh that against just incredible distance, forgiveness, and launch.
And when we talk about that distance, let's be really clear. We are not talking about a yard or two here. We're talking about a gain of 8 to 12 yards per club compared to standard irons. Think about that. That is a full club difference. Hitting a 7-iron into the green instead of a 6-iron, that's a massive, game-changing advantage.
And here it is. Here's the kicker. While a new set of irons with this kind of technology can easily set you back over $1,000, you can find a really clean used set of Burner XDs for under $300. I mean, that is just an unbelievable value proposition.
So if you're interested, your best bet is to check out the online used markets like eBay or Second Swing. Just make sure you look closely at the photos to check the condition of the grooves on the club faces and probably plan on spending $50 or so to get some new grips put on. It's a really low-risk, high-reward investment in your game.
So to wrap this all up, it really leaves you with a pretty powerful question to think about. In a world of crazy expensive new equipment, could it be that the single best investment for making the game easier and a lot more fun actually costs less than the price of one new driver? For a lot of golfers out there, the answer might just be yes.